So I'm a little swamped with work right now. You guys have seen this car in my videos before. It came in for drilled and slotted rotors. It's got Brembo. It's got the Brembo setup, the sport package Brembo issue. And yeah, it came in this time with a check engine light on, a P0420 code. I monitored upstream and downstream oxygen sensors, and they were both mimicking each other, which is giving me a direct indication that something's wrong with the catalytic converter. Every once in a while it would sound like it was making a rattling sound from the exhaust, which was another indication the cat's probably coming apart. It's just kind of a tedious job. The reason it's a tedious job is because this bolt right here is hidden by the side of the PTU, but the way Ford's diagrams make it obvious is that you can just gain access to it by removing the PTU or by removing the top cover that's on the PTU. And then when you're following the directions in the manual, it says that there on top of the PTU there's a heat shield. It says take off those two 8mm bolts and then you can gain access to these two bolts up here. That is a lie. It is not correct. It's a typo. Not only is there two PTU or two 8mm bolts in the middle of the heat shield, there's also one all the way up here in the corner where you can barely get to the damn thing. It needs to come off as well in order to get the shield off. Once you get the shield off, then you can work in here in this little tight area. If you haven't seen my shorts, you'll see the video where I demonstrated using this little guy to get the bolt broke loose in a pry bar. Once you get it broke loose, then you can use something to pull on it and ratchet it to get the bolt out of there. It is a literal pain in the ass. You cannot gain direct access on it because the top of that PTU right there in that oil drain blocks it. Now, once you get in here and you start getting all this, literally just slides right out. It'll just literally slide right out of here and drop right down. It's not even that heavy. And then when you get up in this area working, you got to make sure you've got both oxygen sensors unplugged right there behind the head. You can reach them from the top, and they have pressure tabs that you got to release. And then you got to take one of them out of this here. You got to heat these nuts up on this turbo because they're not going to come off of there. 15mm, and you're going to fight like hell getting them off. Good luck getting them off without breaking anything. I had to heat the living piss out of them and come at them over and over and over and over again. Once I got that out, I was able to have the exhaust drop down back here. I was able to snake the exhaust out of this way and turn a little bit, come down, turn a little bit, turn it like a contortionist, and finally got it all to come out. Once I got it to come out and I set it down, I noticed down inside, ooh, something ain't right. She's been running a little dry. So now I've got to get all that back together. Well, while it was here, I also noticed that while the vehicle was running, I could see a little drip of oil coming from this banjo fitting every once in a while. I think it's got two different leaks going on though. So I'll address the cat, get everything put back in, get all that bolted up, replace the oil feed line. Just goes right to the top of the turbo. Right up here, you can use that 8mm ratcheting wrench, and you can get the feed line, pull this line off, this banjo fitting off, and then the new one, it has the gasket already in it. It has the banjo crush washers on the other end. Part number for this is a EJ7Z 6 Kilo 679 Delta. And we'll get back on this first thing in the morning, which when you see this video, it will be first thing in the morning, and then I'll do a part 2 on the finish driving it. Y'all be blessed. What a pain in the butt this was.